Moon-gyu reveals her real face. Afterward, she reapplies the adhesive to her mask and returns to her dormitory. Mu-gwem is also released from the infirmary. He immediately beats Cadet 21 and takes his yellow name tag. The next day, Yeo-Woon and his team head to the main building to report their yellow tag possession. All cadets are given 21 days to join a group. Using Nano's augmented reality, Yeo-Woon begins training his entire team. He points out each person's mistakes individually. 10 days pass. Everyone, including Oh-young, who was previously hospitalized, successfully learns the 7-demon sword technique. A few new members also join the group. Taek Gyum from the Westgate clan, and Woo So-jung from the Demonic Fire clan. But a new problem arises. While talking proudly, Wang Hul calls himself Yeo-Woon's first sword. Soon, cadets begin arguing over who deserves that title. To stop the conflict from growing further, Yeo-Woon makes an announcement. He declares that his 6 strongest warriors will become the 6 swords. And after leaving the academy, they will one day stand against the 6 clans. He also announces that an annual competition will decide the 6 swords. Since the next test is approaching, Yeo-Woon gathers the strongest members for sparring matches to establish hierarchy. Moon-gyu forfeits due to her injuries. Just then, Wang Hul removes his shirt. Disgusted, Ho Sang-hwa and So-jung attack him together. Meanwhile, Baek-gi faces Taek Gyum. The first to tap out is So-jung. Second is Taek Gyum. Then Ho Sang-hwa gives in. Finally, Baek-gi lands a powerful kick that leaves Wang Hul unable to move. The hierarchy is decided. The day of the 3rd test arrives. All cadets gather in the training grounds. Something feels strange. Then the instructors arrive, bringing handcuffed prisoners whose faces are covered. The director announces sudden changes to the test. Originally, cadets only needed to defeat the instructors. But now, they must kill the prisoners using the 7-demon sword technique. The wooden swords are replaced with real blades. The prisoners are promised freedom if they defeat the cadets. The first match begins with Cadet 700's group. The handcuffs are removed. Both sides hesitate. Then Ma Chak gives the order. The cadets attack. The prisoner finds an opening and charges, but freezes upon seeing children before him. At that exact moment, 3 swords pierce his body. The group wins, but the cadets are shaken. Only 7 members pass. Next is Cheon-mu-gwem's group. Their prisoner is highly skilled. He attacks first and cuts off one cadet's arm. But because he underestimates the group, Mu-gwem lands a clean strike. The remaining members follow up and stab him together. Only 6 members pass. 5 more groups fight afterward. Only Mu Yeon's group manages to pass every member successfully. Now, it is Yeo-Woon's team's turn. Something feels wrong. The prisoner does not move. Then an evil smile appears on his face as he looks directly at Yeo-Woon. The team attacks. But the prisoner is overwhelmingly powerful. He blocks every strike. Then, with a single attack, he shatters the cadet's swords. The director rises in concern. Instructor Oh moves in to stop the match. But the prisoner grabs a cadet and throws him away. Suddenly, the prisoner's appearance changes. His veins bulge. His muscles expand. He has activated the blood reversal technique. Then he charges toward Yeo-Woon. But Yeo-Woon calmly counters and slashes his body. Still, the monster rises again with a roar. Nano detects extreme danger and activates the defense system. The prisoner attacks once more. But before Yeo-Woon can react, the right guardian appears and cuts off the prisoner's arm. Even that is not enough to stop him. Finally, with one final strike, the right guardian kills him completely. Meanwhile, the left guardian deals with the remaining prisoners. Soon after, the guardian unit arrives at the facility. After investigating the situation, they leave. The director begins thinking deeply. Who could be responsible for this? The Sound Clan leader, who is under house arrest? Or perhaps the Poison Clan chief? One thing is certain. The attack was meant to eliminate Yeo-Woon. The test resumes under the original rules. Now cadets must fight instructors again. The following matches are far more difficult than expected. Only 120 cadets pass. Among Yeo-Woon's group, 38 fail. The successful cadets are officially promoted to high-ranked warriors and are allowed to use personal weapons. After the test, the fourth test is announced. Unlike the others, it has no time limit. Cadets may attempt it any time within 4 years. Individually, all they must do is defeat an instructor. But if they fail, they are expelled from the academy. As Yeo-Woon watches the failed cadets leave, a voice calls out to him. It is the instructor whose ribs Yeo-Woon shattered during the previous duel. He tells Yeo-Woon to follow him. After walking for some time, the instructor suddenly draws his sword. He challenges Yeo-Woon to the fourth test. He wants revenge. The instructor attacks fiercely, but Yeo-Woon blocks effortlessly. The instructor retreats and uses his blade technique. Yeo-Woon counters everything with his butterfly blade technique. Then, he knocks the sword from the instructor's hand. The instructor admits defeat. But, as Yeo-Woon turns away, the instructor launches a sneak attack. Yeo-Woon strikes his abdomen and sends him flying, then follows with a kick to the chest. Sometime later, both Yeo-Woon and the injured instructor stand before the director. Instructor Oh confirms Yeo-Woon's victory. The director sends the defeated instructor to the infirmary. Yeo-Woon is promoted to the rank of squad leader. He is also rewarded with a case full of black Dragon Balls. 2 additional privileges are granted: a private training chamber and a custom-forged weapon. Then the director privately explains the 5th test. To pass it, Yeo-Woon must survive the sealed demonic chamber. But to even attempt it, he must first reach the level of a proficient master. The director advises patience. Afterward, Yeo-Woon heads to the library. When asked for his name tag, he simply shows his rank medallion. Everyone is stunned. He enters the 3rd floor and scans the monolith along with 179 books. On the 4th floor, he scans another monolith and 245 books. Later, he returns to his team. They are excited to see their leader climbing the ranks. The next morning, Yeo-Woon visits the swordsmith. He is surprised to see the blacksmith has no hair anywhere on his body. Yeo-Woon requests both a sword and a blade, but the smith says he can only forge one for now. After some thought, Yeo-Woon chooses the sword. The smith then asks him to demonstrate his techniques. After watching carefully, the smith becomes serious. He explains that ordinary metal cannot withstand Yeo-Woon's power. Only a rare material used by brigade leaders could handle it. However, after seeing Yeo-Woon's blade techniques, he believes he can forge a proper blade instead. He asks Yeo-Woon to return in half a month. After leaving, Yeo-Woon visits the academy supply room and gathers large amounts of paper and writing tools. Half a month later, Yeo-Woon enters the hall carrying stacks of books. He announces that he will begin secluded training. Before leaving, he orders everyone to complete the 4th test. Then he hands out martial arts manuals, books he personally created. Each member receives a different martial art and breathing technique, techniques the world does not even know exist.